It's Silksong time, everyone. Nice and late and chill. I have matcha. Which, honestly, shout out to Jacksepticeye. It's his brand, what is it called? Top of the morning. How the fuck could I forget that? Well, maybe it's because it's, midnight 30 and I'm starting stream. But I don't know exactly why, but I just assumed I wouldn't have good matcha in my house at some point. It's weird that we have those assumptions, isn't it? Like, so strikingly negative. So EP, but sleep can wait. Welcome home, Kai. Thank you for the first. Congrats. Singing sounds different almost. Also, I have my computer volume way too high. Oh, thank you, Apex Rogue, for the follow. I appreciate that. Not expecting to see that early in this stream. But yeah. That sounds disturbing. Oh, being overly negative about many things. Believing that I wouldn't have matcha in my house for some silly reason. I think there are a lot of ways that I can describe it. But at the end of the day, it really just comes down to a lack of self-belief. Regardless of how you think about it. Now, what do I want to do? I think I want to, since it looks like there's not much room like here, as far as new stuff, I want to go back in, and then down, and then slowly make our way back across now that we have the new thing. I want to go all the way back to Moss Grotto and explore that area more. So we won't be taking Larry for a minute. Oh, I love how far this fall is. Oh, this is so dangerous. I realize we run into these people, we're taking damage. Oh, I guess, yeah, they won't put it right in the hot air. So that works. So this is there. I guess there is one spot I didn't check. Could I just not go there? I love Farfield. It's so fun to navigate. It is. It's whimsical. I've never had such a place be so fun to navigate. Okay, yeah, this. Is this... Oh my god. I almost completely forgot about combat for some reason. In my wonder of exploration. Which is funny, I normally think almost entirely on combat when I go through these areas. Oh! Oh, that's so cool. It's a jump break. It's actually a really good glide. I've actually gotten two important tools. That this guy is going to help me get used to. Well, I guess not for very long. But yeah, the jump break and the jort. Very good. Buddy. Oh, there we go. Thank you, buddy. There we go. Beautiful. I almost forget what I'm getting into this game. I can get so caught up in the streaming itself that it is so... I forget that it's going to be so gorgeous. That's very quiet. That is entirely unreasonable. There's been a ton of groceries. I'm not complaining. I just feel like there should be something more. Is that a flea I hear? I'll get you out of there in a second, buddy. Fucking cutie. Deserves all the love in the world. I have to say, I think I like the fleas more than the grubs. I mean, it's hard to say, actually. It's hard to say. Ooh, nooks and crannies, let's go. Breaking into a secret door and it not being just a chest, but like a whole new area, ash fields in Dark Souls, my favorite thing. I don't know how big this is, but even that it's an entire room is sick. I am getting much faster. It's so weird not seeing the ants take away their bodies. It's a weird subconscious moment I picked up on in Hunter's March. That feels weird not to see. I love that I'm not the only one that deals with tough frames. The blocks and parries by my opponents are also very precise timings. Feels very good. It feels more fair, I suppose. Trustworthy, well thought out. When when it's obvious that an author or creator has made a world that you can trust, that everything's thought out, and there's reasons behind everything, you can invest into it that much more. I was just talking to Ven about Hollow Knight. Not Hollow Knight. I'm distracted. About My Hero Academia. Right, we were talking about it. And Hawks came up. And just how it's very hard to justify, find any justifiable, yikes, to find any justifiable explanation for Hawks' quirk, like the exact way that it works. But you can trust the media that it's from, that there is some explanation. because there are so many other quirks that have good scientific explanations, and you can get more invested into Hawks and the things going on, that there are rules behind it, and thus there's significance to the situations. Because if there are no rules to a world, fun fact, even if you have a soft magic system, if there are no rules to a world, nothing means anything. Because anything could become anything else. It's all a big gray mess. A good soft magic system implies rules that are never explained. But it all ends up becoming about trust. Where am I? Okay. So I could go up. No, I remember by that bench there being a door. That's why I didn't go into that. So I can go back and see if I can find that way up. I keep forgetting you can run into these guys. It's so funny. Oh. Okay, so this I actually can't get yet. Okay. So, Hunter's March then. I'm sorry, little dudes. Okay, I gotta take a slap test. We spread it around. Nobody has to die. Everyone's happy. I'm sure for some boss fights, I'm gonna have to use the float and the dash to the fullest possibility that I can. If I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna make it through those fights. Up and over. Is there... No, there's not a travel area where I want to go. So yeah, we're just going up. I was trying to slap that. It's not double jump. It's like in some situations it's as good as a double jump. Is it that float is enough? Float and dash is almost a double jump. It's not a double jump. It's hard to remember that. I keep finding myself underestimating my environment. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, we beat bosses, we made some progress, and then losing damage on all these kind of small creatures. I did the same thing in Ultimate 2. If you're willing to be careful and respect your opponents, it feels easy. It's also easy to panic and forget the mechanics that you've unlocked. Or the skills that you have. Though that's true for many. I'm just gonna sit. That's enough. I was playing some Dota bot games, and in playing a bot game, it's very easy to be lazy. I think that's the biggest detriment to people playing bot games. Now, I was playing it because I'm using this, like, very particular, here I can show you, half keyboard thing. the fancy gamer name is the Orb Weaver. But it's very nice for, like, having all your hotkeys there together at the same time. Main thing I like about it is that it has analog stick? Yeah, that's the right term. My brain's making me think that's the wrong term. An analog stick that actually works with Dota, like as far as like moving the map goes, and is on the thumb, so that's really helpful. But just for that muscle memory, I was playing bot games, and in bot games you shouldn't die. You shouldn't die purely by farming and positional advantage alone. Oh, right. To do that. That was fun. But it's so hard to stay focused. It's so hard to be playing bots and to not feel like you can take it easy, or just like I can just fight it. It is always so hard to have the diligence to cross your I's and dot your T's, even fighting different spots. Same way, in Hollow Knight, once you're used to fighting, you've been fighting much more important enemies, by habit, you will cross those I's and dot those T's, and so all of the small enemies feel like nothing. And then you come back, and you're not in that habit, you're not in that mind space, and all of a sudden they're killing you. And then that can lead to all kinds of negative mindset. Not feeling like you're good enough, not feeling like, you know, you actually deserve to... Not feeling like you deserve any of the praise that you've gotten, or you're actually that good, or that, like, you're slipping. And then that makes you feel defensive, and you start blaming the bots, and you start being like, oh, this is just unfair, they've got, like, bot timing, or whatever it is. And then this applies to every single competitive field, right? From being a lawyer, to playing Rocket League, to League of Legends, to Dota, to Hollow Knight. It all comes back. I love the way that bounced. Ooh. Oh, I'm excited. It's that thing. Before we go into this, just to finish that thought, it all stems from truly a assumption that because you're good at something, you will always do well at it, which isn't true. I mean, it's, when you put it that way, it seems obvious. But we assume, yeah, my skill level's up here, which means I'm always going to be, like, within this skill range. But at any time, you can perform worse than an absolute newbie. There is no point at which you get so good at something, you can't be as garbage as the worst person at that thing. Right? There's no amount of money you can lose in a day. At no point can you perform. Is it impossible for you to perform poorly? You can always go back to the bottom in a day, in a moment. You can just eat shit. You can go out there and eat shit and do poorly at any given time. And it's frustrating because you can't do that the other way. You can't just, like, suddenly do great if you want to. You can bump up that maximum. But when we believe that we're just between here and we don't meet that expectation, it makes us really uncomfortable. And that adds defensiveness and negativity, and it feels like shit. So do your best to remember that just because you're good at something doesn't mean you can't be bad at it. And just because you do something poorly doesn't mean you don't have skill in that thing. It doesn't mean, like, all of a sudden you're bad or that you need to prove yourself. It just means you did poorly. That's all that means. This feels like a man. This feels culty. really hope it has to do with the hunter from Colony. I see. I wonder if I can... That is messing me up. I see. Let me see if I can go heal myself. I at least want to know where the nearest bridge is that I sat on. I see. Ah! Hey, it's closer to the bench. If nothing else, all of those rosaries are closer to the bench. But yeah, just because you do poorly doesn't mean you're bad at something. If you do well at something, it does mean you are good at it. If you intentionally do well. I mean, like, you can accidentally do well in a lot of circumstances, but generally speaking, if you do well at something, the two metrics of being good at something is your maximum capacity in that thing, like the best you can do in the best circumstances, and consistency, right? Though I guess consistency is more like a skill or a tendency, right? I would say it's probably more accurate to say that difficult. Very difficult. Okay. The average output is what people look at when it comes to skill. So if somebody does really well and then poorly, I mean, it depends on like sports or something like that. But like, if you have someone doing a 10 and then a 5, like 50% of the time it's one or the other, and then somebody who's consistently at a 7.5, you generally say like, you know, they have different styles, but they're about the same. I would think. Wow, that is tantalizingly close. Woo! Woo! Cool. I should keep in mind they do force you to have the float. Why didn't you do that before? How dumb are you? Wow. Okay. So that... So they do give you a chance to heal. It's about as much of a checkpoint as you can. Okay, cool. That's an actual one. Nice. Ooh, arena time. Okay, Savage Beast Fly. Hurt. The second Beast Fly makes that significantly harder. There's probably gonna be more. I was wondering why their little guy was in there. Because, like, it was significantly harder enemies, and then it was like, oh yeah, remember this little guy from, like, the tutorial though? He's back. For no reason at all. What are we talking about? Oh, right. The expectation of skill. We see our skill at a 7.5, we expect to be around that range every time. And then that's also, like, extra bad because... if you don't expect yourself, if you do not believe you deserve or are capable of doing something, you won't do it. It doesn't matter if you're the best singer in the world, if you never open your mouth because you believe you're terrible, no one's ever gonna do it. It's as simple as that. We have a lot of, I've found, self-sorting mechanisms that basically ensures that we get what we deserve we should get. Which is what makes insecurity so damning. You know what I forgot? I could skip that whole way. Yeah, there goes our 300 fucking rosaries. Eventually we will run out of them. I am not nearly there yet, but we will run out. You know, like, it is at best, it still hurts, for sure. For sure. So say, oh, I accidentally started opening Audacity. That's not what I want. Audacity, shut the fuck up. Close. Skip. Close. There we go. Yeah, we'll get it back. Yeah, I completely forgot that I didn't even go through that parkour zone. I didn't expect that to fuck me up the way it did. considering it wasn't a problem the first time. But I realized that area is kind of devious. I'm gonna try to avoid the trap properly this time. Oh fuck, it wasn't where I thought it was. I just got one berry. Hubris, but I do kind of like repeating challenges just as an opportunity to get better at them. Thankfully, though, this game gives you plenty of opportunities. Do I care about picking that up? Does it matter? I don't think so. It's some... We'll go back to it. Summoned before. Oh, that's significantly worse. It's random. Oh god, at least we don't have something to worry about. Yeah, I thought I had enough to heal. A mistake I made. That's something else that I've been learning to work with, is that when I fuck up, not saying the mistake I made, because that ignores from everything else that you did. At any given time, in any kind of a difficult game, there are several things you've done when you fuck up. Almost always. And so... So it's important to not exclude those. Because, like, all the damage that I took earlier in that fight, and, you know, like, the way I was dodging it, the way I handled the new enemy being added to the arena, like, those are all problems. And, like, it adds up to a lot more than the one thing that I notice. Usually, though, the one thing you notice is the one thing that you, like, need to work on the most. That was a much better start. Let's go. What is it I said? It's the enemies that gently drift directly at... Oh my god. I bit my tongue. That gently drift directly at me in a slow line. Those are the enemies I struggle with the most. You see me just quietly die through just sitting his fat ass on top of me? Oh, man. Well, W boulder. Got a double kill there. Yeah, it's been nice playing Yoda. The funny thing is, like, I have a lot to get used to again. In hotkeys, and I'm tread switching now, and taking it much more seriously. So, like, I have a lot to do before I'm really playing games. Just muscle memory. Just getting used to the new keyboard and all that stuff. I did that live before on games, and I realized that was dumb. You can get a long way with strategy, but it doesn't. It's not fun just focusing on strategy. Executions. I remember missing so many very basic, important stuns playing Over Magi and Nyx Assassin and Vengeful Spirit that absolutely would not have missed if I was not fumbling on my keyboard, hitting every button as if I'm panic typing. Yeah, I don't regret those games at all. His own. Oh, that makes sense why he changed it. I was trying to spam out hits to get the heal off, and I got very distracted with the spiky board. Oh my god, I completely forgot I was on the stream. Oh, like, you just forgot you were in the chat? I mean, that's fine. You should be sleeping, theoretically. So, like, yeah. No problem. I assumed you fell asleep. That's what I assumed. Unless you, like, mean, like, you were, like, streaming on Twitch. Like you were hosting a stream, which, in that case, is very funny. Assuming you did not put anything sensitive out there. I almost did. Yeah. I mean, sleep whenever you're ready to. I really like this one quote. It's from a famous anime about famously cute vampire girl at nighttime. But it's in the first episode. And she said people go to sleep when they are satisfied. And I have found that to be very true. So, whenever you feel satisfied with your day. I also find that staying up in those nights and just whatever it is that is satisfying. Oh my god, I double parry. Let's go, I finally did it. It's been the best thing for me. Much more important than sleep. Though I am a bit of a night owl, so bias where bias is due. Oh. I'm glad my mic doesn't pick up my air conditioner. It's right the fuck there. But yeah. Going to sleep. Oh. I kind of fucked myself there by where I went. Where I went in the arena. I shouldn't have dodged all the way over there, dude. I was trying to do the thing of like, oh, it's the big dude. I should use the knowledge that I gained that this boss crushes the ads to try to get the boss to crush the ad, but like the ad was too dangerous and the space there. God. Surprisingly difficult boss. It's the 2 damage really sets the tone. I'm so lucky you decided not to attack. That was a dumb place to heal. It's supposed to look like a needle, and it's like, you know, all that stuff. I didn't even have that many phases. Okay. I did very well that fight. I did very well, and I have a lot of room for improvement. Oh, man. Now I don't know how many phases I had. Like, the logic dictates that I was close. But I don't really know. I don't actually know how close I was. We was at least 4. As long as he doesn't deal 3 damage, if I'm not already perfect HP, we're golden. We're good. Maybe there's some E to the fight. I don't think so, though. Having 4 phases is weird, but not out of the question. Maybe that is the third phase, and I'm miscounting. You know what expectation of skill also plays into? It plays into the anxiety of doing it. Especially relative to MOBAs. But it's also here. When I go into a screen, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be X amount of good. If I'm doing better, I feel like I have to capture what I'm doing. Like if I do better than I expect, I feel like, oh my god, what's happening? How am I doing this? I have to hold on to it. And if I'm doing worse, I feel like I have to desperately try to claw back to that expectation. It's exhausting. It is, in all things, exhausting, including comment. There are quiet portions. There are quiet portions. Which I am a professional yapper, but like, try to dodge through is what I meant. Occasionally I do that. Occasionally the old habits from other games pop up in my brain. As far as I know, yeah, you can't do that because it's not actually dash. Like, it's not like you shadow teleport or something. What was I gonna say? Yeah, expectation is good. Just 2 attacks, I gotta double parry. Carry that animation. Side note, I was talking about skill. Forcing myself to come back to exactly where I was talking about. Finish a thought. Finishing a thought in general is not a terrible habit to have. But not trusting myself, not trusting the audience, that's something I really want to work on. That I am working on. I really want to do better at it. I have a much higher pool of skill than what I have currently. There's something lost when you don't trust yourself. There's something lost when you don't trust the audience. They get it. They hear what you have to say. They're with you. I want to be hard on myself. I think it's a way of preempting the criticism of others. Like, I don't know where like that specifically. That might just be old me, like primordial Liv, trying to preempt criticism. But it's a very natural human thing. It's not like it has to. But it does. But I want to be hard. I want there to be nothing that anyone can say. Which, I mean, that has to be family. With the way that my family history is. But to leave no fault unnoticed. That's like not just my family. I've always had this fear of like being left, not being good enough to go with me. To move forward with them to the next part of their life. It's not about being good enough. Like, as a child. As a child, that's what I thought. And so by being harsh with myself, it's like, oh, well, I can primp this stuff, I can figure it out, and I can address it. Which probably had something to do with my focus on getting better at everything. And then I just found a genuine love for competition. Not everything that we have a healthy relationship with. We always have God, how did I parry all of that? Right up until the end, that was really good. And man, does that encouragement feel nice. I just haven't given myself that time. I haven't let myself just enjoy. Like, it has to be doing something. It has to be accomplishing something. And that's probably where the truth lies in all of this. Baggage, tendencies, it's probably all of it, baby. The human's a big, complicated integrity puzzle. Everything's connected to everything else. A big Gordian knot. So, it would be weird to think that any one part of my traumas, or my problems, my baggage, isn't related to everything else going on in my head. Trying to, since parrying all of those dudes' attacks, I don't know how that works. I really want to try that. So I probably did lose a significant amount of those. I don't give a shit. I don't really give a shit. That's the thing. Underneath it all, underneath all of the callous competition and whatnot, I don't actually give a shit. Come on. Let's figure out if we can not figure out if we can parry everything. I think we have to start with a parry for it to work, because I think you can instantly go from parry into another attack, but you can't instantly attack. So you can parry any number of attacks, but you cannot attack any number of times, which is fascinating. I really hope this is the mechanic. I really hope that's how it works. That's the shit that I love the most. There are plenty of games I remember as a kid. I would sit down on a computer, because like that's what we had originally, computer PS2. And I would sit there and just try something for 30 minutes, or just hang out on the first level. And I didn't have the drive to accomplish. I remember very specifically my mom calling me a perfectionist. And I remember being really weirded out about that, because I was like, I'm not a perfectionist. And then I went off and on being like, well, this is kind of perfectionist behavior. But what I couldn't describe to my mom that day is that I'm not a perfectionist. I don't want everything. In fact, I can go as far as to say I like imperfection in myself and other things. I enjoy weird details. I like asymmetric stuff. But I felt like things had to be perfect. I had to be perfect. What was created had to be perfect. The situation. That's what felt like. Oh. Wow. We trapped him. Nice. I'm gonna move on. Yeah. Not actually perfectionist by any measure. I have a million things I love so much more. Just anxiety. Anxiety that built up a lot over time. Like, perfectionism was one of the ways that I kind of like found to handle anxiety in like a very unhealthy way. Very much not. I think that's part of what has felt really good about streaming. is that in different amounts, at different times, I felt truly okay with imperfection. I haven't been... I wish there was a way that... Maybe hyper-vigilant. Maybe that's how I summarize it. That I haven't been hyper-vigilant in my streams during streams. I know why the parry dream isn't real, by the way. I figured it out. You have to be standing far enough away from your opponent. Specifically against that guy, he always steps into you, which you can't just parry. Sad. It would have been really cool to have a dude there that could just parry. Because it's like you get trapped, and it's like, oh, the only way you could possibly get out of this damage, since you can't break the trap fast enough, is by parrying this guy, but he just steps within your strokes. Can't parry shit. You can do little encounters like that. You can't do big stuff. Since we're 25, I 100% lost hundreds of beads by now. Beyond the hundreds that I lost at like time. I guess I haven't like had that many attempts actually. That was not what I meant to do. Surprise, surprise. I don't even know how we got under him. Oh. Oh. Shoulders so tense. Kind of part of the reason why I'm even having a stream tonight at 1:30. At ass o'clock in the morning. Because I wanted to stream. And I was getting paralyzed by anxiety of late. Oh, it's too late. It's so late at night. If you do stream, it's not going to be on very long. That doesn't matter. Not what I actually care about. If that was actually the standard I was worried about, then that's fine. And I'll get moments like that. In my stint as a streamer, that wasn't the case. It was just believing I had to give a shit for whatever reason. But I don't. I could get off my account if I wanted to. I could 10 minutes. I bet you could make money off that idea if you really tried. So it's like, I don't know, sweepstakes where everyone who's in that gets yeah, you can do a lot of it. so much that happened in that last second. I actually don't think there was a way to live in that situation. Feel like I kind of had a point? Oh, yeah, just getting on there. Not exactly as a point. Not that it needs to be a point. I think for me, that was the most unexpected thing. What's the point? I am. Right. My mind wanders like crazy. I have all these different ideas. I love milling about in a place. I shouldn't call it that. That's kind of derogatory towards the way my brain works. I love imbibing something. Truly spending time to appreciate all the tiny little details, the way that these candles feel in the background of something, or the way that it does it, all that stuff. But I kept being asked as a kid, what's the point of this? Is they're trying to get productive member of society. Which isn't really true. Any kid that grew up in the children can't be depressed time. I was so ready for him to go low, I just jumped right into his loving arms. Big guys. Fat face. Truth is, I don't really know a lot about my personality anymore. I mean, that's a bad way to phrase it. I used to know... There was a point in my life in which I knew almost nothing about myself. I believed more blatant lies about who I was than truths. And I still don't know what. The one thing I asked when I came to the East Coast is, what do I want? I had no idea. I wasn't even close. All I knew was what other people knew. And that extends to all the stuff I've been talking about as well. Know me, which means I don't know what stage I am, what's actually me. I know better now, much. sit. This is really pretty. So we can just sit on this. Ooh. But yeah, I didn't know. I largely don't know any still, I think. Here, there's not much confidence in that. I mean, I know so much better than I did when I first got to the East Coast. I know myself now so much better than I used to. At the same time, I really don't know how far along the path I am. I could have, you know, I could be at like 90%. Oh, I hit my keyboard. That's why, my mic. Be at 95% of the way done on loading bar. I could just be at 20. I feel like the truth is somewhere closer to 20. I mean, what was it? Not yesterday's stream. I didn't stream yesterday. The day before yesterday, I just had fun. I had fun streaming at a new level of purity. The fun I had while streaming was at a new level of purity that stream. It broke the record of just pure fun on stream. Said it many times before. I'll probably say it again later on a deeper level. More confidence, more wrong. That I am getting close to the point of like the fun that people generally have on a stream. But you know what the weird thing is? I don't know if that's true. People have fun when they stream, but I can't say for sure that they have kind of fun I'm thinking of. I could be light years ahead of people, just being held back for other reasons. It's not about the fun for most people, or at least not as much. I don't even know if it's about the fun for me. I don't know why I like this. Like I have 1,000,001 reasons why I enjoy this. But I cannot, for the life of me, sum it up. I was trying to think about it today. I was trying to think about what I wanted to do, and often when I get stuck in those thoughts, what really helps me is like, okay, what do I want to accomplish? Like, you know, like what is the thing I get out of A, B, and C? Actions A, B, and C. Today was just something else, though. But, yeah, so I was thinking about streaming. It's like, okay, so what do I get out of streaming? And there just wasn't a simple answer. I was like, okay, yeah, you know, it's fulfilling, and it's fun, and I miss people, but, like, none of it was the thing. Like, there wasn't... I could feel it. I could feel my want to stream, and none of those answers were satisfying. Right? None of the answers that I could come up with as to why I wanted to stream was the actual reason. Matched the emotions that I was feeling at that time. So I gotta give myself space. You know, like that's gotta be part of this. It's I gotta be willing to give myself space. And I gotta... How do I put it? The whole train of thought is gone. It's 1:40 in the morning. But I've done and practiced more than I want to. I gotta let myself do this without knowing what I want. Purely following instinct and bumping around in the dark, like tonight. In some ways, I could say this is my most awkward phase of streaming, mentally, like in my own head. I think the streams are better than they've ever been. But in my own head, as far as like the mess going on up there, I'm constantly hitting the mark really well and then missing it entirely. Like not even getting close. Like I'm in that point of the learning curve where my execution is so inconsistent. And part of it is I don't know what goal I'm shooting for. Like there's a bunch of hoops. I don't know which one I'm shooting for, which guarantees you're not gonna get it. But I just gotta keep throwing up basketball hoops till I figure it out. Till I land on something. There's 100 comments that all feel bad at any given time, and then there's that one really good one that fits perfectly. What I want is get to the point that I'm doing that 100% of the time. Better at it. Inexplicably worse sometimes. But I think I am going to get off for the night. I think I am going to enjoy my little win. That I did get on and stream tonight. That I didn't acquiesce to anxiety. I hope all of you guys sleep well. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all soon.